up, YouTube? Back at it again with another YouTube video. Today we are on Jasmine W07's channel. Today we're doing a meal prep. I came up forgetting the name. My cameraman had to tell me what it was. But yeah, let's get her on the point of view.
So I've already started cooking, but I'm going to do a frittata. And in this pan, I am just softening up some kale, some tomato, and some onions and mushroom. And they're cut up. I put 1/4 of a tablespoon of olive oil, and I just put a little salt and pepper. And then I'm going to just evenly spread this out and just like so. Just like that. No meat is going in this. I'm going to actually use some turkey sausage. And with the turkey sausage, I'm going to cook that when I get ready to eat the frittata. But I got 5 large eggs right here. And I kind of scramble them a little bit. I'm put a little salt and pepper in this. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of sour cream. Use light sour cream though, because it's a better alternative. This is my assistant for today. So Kirsten, say hi.
Hi.
So instead of using milk, I'm using sour cream, which is gonna make it creamy, and it's just gonna add some flavor to it. So I'm gonna stir it up again, just kind of breaking up the sour cream. And I'm going to pour it in the pan. And I'm still breaking up that sour cream. And then I'm going to take this and just do it just like this. Those pieces of sour cream is going to cook in the egg, and it makes a lot of flavor. So as I'm doing this, I'm not going to stir it. I'm not going to scramble. I'm just going to let it sit. Just like that. See the little pieces of sour cream? That's what you want. You don't want to break it up too much. And then I'm going to take some cheese. And because I'm doing a healthy meal prep, there is 1/4 of a cup for 110 calories. I am going to take 1/4 of a cup. You know, I cook a lot, so I can eyeball this. But I'm going to use this much, and I'm just going to distribute it around like this. I'm adding a little more pepper. And that's it. I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 10 minutes. So my next thing for my meal prep is I'm going to be doing some sweet and sour chicken. So I got some chicken breast right here, and I'm going to cut that up, and I am going to do a teriyaki salmon steak. I'm going to cut these up into about 1, 2, 3, about 4 pieces. And what else you're going to need for the food prep is some bell pepper. I got some olive oil. You need an onion. You need some sweet and sour sauce. I have some soy sauce, but I got the low sodium. You need some organic honey. And I'm going to use some mushrooms again for the sweet and sour chicken. And I'm going to be using this Miracle Rice for a side dish for the sweet and sour chicken. And I think that's it. That's all you're going to need. So in another pan, I have, can you pause that? Or you can make 2 different videos, alright? Okay, so stop that. Okay, so out of that salmon steak, that whole steak, I actually did 4 pieces, and they should be somewhere around 4 ounces. So I'm going to take some, I'm not going to over season these or put too much season, because I am going to do a glaze. So you don't want to put too much, because I want the glaze to kind of come through. So I'm just putting salt and pepper on these. In this pan I have some olive oil, and it's heating up. If you want to use butter, you can use butter to just kind of sear these because they are going in the oven, but I do not want to use butter. So then I'm going to do the back as well. Don't forget to season the back of your salmon. With the same seasoning. And I'm going to rub that in. And then I'm just going to lay them down first like this on their back. Make sure your grease is hot enough. And we're going to let these cook. Why are you looking like that, son?
Because the back of the fish.
Do that other one too. Yeah. Chop them up. If you don't want to be touching them while they're cooking, just let them sit there and do their thing. Because I want a crispy skin. So just let them suckers cook. And then when they when I get ready to flip them, I'm gonna flip them over. And then I'm cooking these for like 3 minutes on each side. Then I'm gonna flip them over and let them cook on the other side for 3 minutes. And then I am going to put a glaze. I'm gonna let them put them in the oven for about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to glaze them and let them cook for another 5 minutes. And that's gonna do it. Do not overcook your salmon. So for the glaze, I am going to use some soy sauce. And I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of this. And then I am going to put 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. And I'm going to stir it up. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in it. So, here's my 3 tablespoons. Assistant, I need you to look at that cabinet over there and give me that brown sugar out of the cabinet and give me that lemon out the refrigerator. Okay. I'm going to check on this. Look at that cupboard and get me a that brown sugar. So then let them sit again, and the skin is crispy. Don't touch them. Just let them sit there and do what they're gonna do. Here is a half of a lemon I'm gonna squeeze. You can measure this out, but I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon of this, and that's it. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all that you also going to need a tablespoon of, not a tablespoon, but a teaspoon of honey. So it's going to kind of have like a sweet and savory taste, which is my favorite food combination. Here's the honey that I'm using, Mountain Ridge. And it is some good honey. I can't find my other. You're using 1 teaspoon. And that's it. And you're going to give it a stir. And when you stir this up, I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to cook the salmon for 5 minutes in the oven. And then I am going to baste it with this for the last 5 minutes, because you don't want it to dry out too much. So I'm just gonna let it sit. I have my oven on 350 when I'm cooking this, and when you get ready to cook this, flip it back over just like this. And if you can see, it's already tender, so you do not want to overcook this. And I'm throwing this in the oven. Then I'm gonna work on my sweet and sour chicken. Okay, you can pause it.
Now the frittata is done, and now you see all that it has crisping and got it good or tasty. So look at that tomato and that marshmallow and that kale.
Marshmallow.
I mean not marshmallow, mushroom.
Sure,
Mushroom.
really?
Look at those eggs.
So that's the frittata, and I'm going to cut that in 1, 2. You have 9 pieces out of that. That's a serving, 9 out of it. So that the calories in that is real low. So we're going next with the sweet and sour chicken. So I'm using the same pan I cooked the salmon in, because not only does it have a little bit of flavor, but I'm using the same oil instead of adding more oil, because remember, we're trying to make it healthy. So show us right here, and it's already heated up. So I have some chicken right here. I have not put any seasoning on it. I'm going to keep the season in this chicken very light as well, because I am going to add the sweet and sour sauce to that. My helper, I need you to wash this, cut that part out, and cut it up just like you did the onion. But make sure you hurry up now. So only thing I did on this chicken was I put a little bit of lemon juice, and that's it. I am going to put some vinegar in this. Just a little bit. I poured most of that back in the thing. But that's going to break the chicken down, and it's also going to add a whole lot of flavor. So I'm going to saute this up for a little bit. And what I'm going to do while this is cooking, because I'm going to add in some bell pepper, some onion, and some mushrooms, and that's it. And then I'm going to add the sauce in when it cooks. So I'm keeping this dish very, very simple. $3 for what? For recording? Okay. This is my favorite season. I use this on just about everything. So I'm going to put a little bit of this. Instead of using salt, I'm going to put some of this in there. And that's the only season that I'm going to use. But I am going to put some herbs in this. You can omit the herbs because you don't necessarily need them. But I want to add some basil to this. And I want to add some, that's the basil that I'm using. And I want to add some, hold on y'all, I got to find it. There we go. I'm adding paprika to it as well. Give it a little bit of kick, but not too much. So just sauteing this, and if you can see, it kind of made some juice down there. That's good. You can keep that in there. Don't drain it. Okay. So while she's finishing that up, I am going to go ahead and wash very good my mushrooms, and I'm going to throw them in there, and I'm not going to cut them up at all. I want them whole, and that's just my preference. But if you want to cut these up, you can cut them up. And then too, you do not have to use mushrooms. Not too many people probably put mushrooms in their sweet and sour chicken, but I do because I love mushrooms, and because it's they're good for you and they add to the dish. I just want them in there, so I'm going to actually use them. And I am going to use this dish with this. I'm going to put this on the bottom, and then I'm going to pour the chicken on top of that, and that's going to be a meal. Kirsten, you done with my stuff yet? That's enough. Just right there too. So it's time to baste. While she's doing that, it's time to baste my salmon, and I transferred it into this. So So I'm going to pour that sauce all over this. And I'm actually going to put my salmon up under a broil. Hold on. Before you go to pouring, make sure everything is dissolved. So you won't... Sean, why you did that?
What?
Okay. Then I'm going to put this back in the oven. Like I said I was. Up under the broil. For about 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out for the last few, and I may baste it again, but I'm not sure yet. So here's the bell pepper. Kirsten, all right, throw my onion in there. And because I'm adding in more stuff to this, I'm gonna add just a little bit more of the Creole seasoning, just a little bit more of this. And I'm just going to let them kind of cook. Let me get them a lid. Drop them in there. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And most of the things in... Alright, put that in the sink for me. It seems like a lot. And once it go to cooking down some... It's not going to shrink, Kirsten. It's just going to cook down some. And then it'll be... This will probably be good for more than just 3 days. But it's mostly vegetables. You got your chicken, your mushrooms, your onions, and your bell peppers. And if I had red bell peppers on hand, I would actually use red bell peppers. But I don't. I have the green, and that's it. So that's what I'm going to use. And before I put my... sweet and sour sauce, I'm going to put a lid on this and just kind of let this cook a little bit longer. Then I'm going to add the sauce. Alright. Alright, so pause me.
Okay, guys, time for the taste test of it.
I'm ready.
Good. I get the whole thing of this.
Kirsten, come get you a taste, because that boy going in. He going in. Come get you a taste.
That's good.
I taste the sour cream in it too.
Excellent. And they ain't lying, y'all, because Sean is a very honest person, and he would tell me if something was wrong with that junk, y'all. He would say, "Auntie, it's all right," but he said it was good, so I know it's good.
She felt when she said I'm a very honest person.
All right, y'all. So let's. My God, look at that. Look at that. You still got me going, boy. This is the sauce I have left. I'm going to baste this for one more time. And I'm going to put it in there for its last little minutes, which is, I'm going to put it in there for one more minute, y'all. Because it's done. And I don't want it over. Yeah, it's done. It's about where I need it to be. So I'm just going to glaze this one more time and then let it cook. And it's still up under the broiler. And then I'm pulling that out. So, while we're waiting on that, my chicken is ready for sauce. But because I'm actually adding on some sauce to it, I do not want water in it. I just want the water in there to help the vegetables cook and come transparent. But I don't want no more water, so I'm going to pour the water out. And I got to strain it right here. And I'm pour the majority of it out. And this is how it looks after it's done cooked down. Okay? I am going to add some of this in here. And I'm going to let that cook with the sauce. And I'm going to tell you in a minute how much I'm actually going to add. I'm going for 1/4 of a cup. And I'm going to continue kind of just to let this. But I had this on high when I was sauteing, but I'm turning it on low. And that was about 1/4 of a cup. That's how much I use out the bottle. It's still pretty full. That's use 1/4 of a cup or less, a little less than 1/4 of a cup. You do not need much of that. I'm going to add just a little bit of this, just a splash. Not even 1/4 of a tea. It just was a small little bit. And that's going to add some flavor as well. And that's it. This is done. I'm going to bowl these up. I'm going to let them kind of cook for another minute with the sauce in it. And then I'm going to bowl. These are all my meal prep bowls. I'm going to be bowling that up. And then I'm going to show you guys real quick how to cook this. There's really no cooking, too much cooking to it. What you're going to do is you're going to wash this off really, really, really good for like 2 minutes, because it's going to have like a slight little smell, but the smell will go away. And then I'm going to boil these for about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to put them in this pan and I'm going to dry them out, and that's it. I'm going to add like some salt and pepper to it, and then that's it on these. So over here she's doing my show her. She's doing my fruit bowls. And in my fruit bowls, all I do is put some strawberries, grapes, vinegar, and a little salt and pepper, because that's how I like to eat mine. And that's going to be my fruit for my snacks. And that's it. Let's look at the salmon, and the salmon should be done. And LaShawn said he didn't want to taste the salmon because he does not eat salmon, but I sure wished he would, because it looks good. Get a close up. Get a close up. Get a close up. Get a. All right, so that's it. That's it. That's how that look. It's so, look at that. It's, you gotta get close up of this. That is so flaky. Oh my God, that is so flaky. I'm gonna have to taste this though. I'm gonna taste that, y'all. I'm gonna taste that, and then I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how that tastes. It gotta cool down, but. Well, Kirsten, do you want to taste it? Cause I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion. If it ain't right, it ain't right. All right, I'm going. I'm done with this chicken. So that's it on that. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick how to make that miracle rice. And then that's going to be it. So, cut me short. Alright, he said, even though he don't eat salmon, he said he going to try it, y'all.
It's a first time for her.
Say something for her.
Say something for her. Don't be lying now, Sean. Is it good?
Yes.
Alright, Kirsten.
Don't eat it.
His friends gonna see this. What you think about it? Girl, go ahead and tell the girl. Y'all, that stuff's so good. I had to walk away myself. I'm telling y'all, that's good.
She over there, her little happy dance too.
I had to, y'all. That stuff is so good. Now, I know I did my thing. I did that. This is the sausage that we're gonna be using for my breakfast for the frittatas. 2 of these are, let's see, 2 is 120 calories, and look at them carbs, 1 carb. That's good. Those are some good specs on those Jiminy's. You just heat them up, eat them 2 with a frittata and some fruit, and that's a good breakfast, low calorie, low carb. And I'm on Weight Watchers, so the frittata has nothing but vegetables in it, so it will be very low points because I only put a little bit of cheese in there, and because I made 9 servings out of it, it may be like a few points, like maybe 2 points. And then the that's the whole thing for the frittata. So if you don't know anything about Weight Watchers, it is a good way to count the calories and stuff, yes, and help you stay on the right path. So this is the salmon again. This is the sweet and sour chicken, and I am finna bowl this stuff up like I got that. And then the last thing we're gonna do is the miracle rice. And it does have a slight fishy odor, and that's normal because these are the shirataki. It's shirataki rice, so they're shirataki noodles. And it's on the package. It say that they are guilt-free, soy-free, only 10 calories for half of this bag. So for the whole, if you eat the whole bag, that's 10 calories. And it has 3 grams of fiber, 3 grams of carbs. So that's pretty good. Excuse me. So y'all want to smell? They smell a little fishy, but when you rinse them, guys, the smell is gonna go away, and that's why we're gonna shock boil them for about 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna pour them out, and in my sink, I got my sink line with this little bowl right here, and you can use this rice for like any type of noodle substitute, or rice, or orzo. So you don't have to use it for rice. And then I'm gonna use my hand and try not to lose so many of them. But I'm gonna just rinse them off and continue to pour the water off just like this. Because I don't have like a little strainer, so I'm having to do it like this. So if you have like a little small strainer, so you, because the ones I have are big, and I'm gonna lose pretty much all of these if I do it like that. So all right, so that was like 3 times. Okay, I'm gonna put it in this pan, and then I'm gonna just put some water in here, and I'm gonna let them come to a boil, and I'm gonna boil these for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to strain them, and then just put them back in the pan with no oil, no nothing, and just kind of let them dry out. And when it dry out, you'll know. I'm going to show you how they're going to dry. They're not going to burn. They're just going to dry out. So don't put no oil in it, but I'll show you guys. All right, so I'm going over to the stove, and I'm just going to put a lid on that. We're going to let that come to a boil, and then we'll be right back. So I don't let them boil, and I'll just strain them. I had to put a little bowl up under there, y'all. And then I'm going to put them, make sure all of these go back in the pot. No oil, son. No oil, no nothing. Just put them in there. She better get that junk up.
You gotta
That Kira's not that good. Cheers. Alright, going back to the stove. I got the stove on high, and I'm gonna just lay these, and you're gonna hear them like popping and sizzling. They're not gonna burn. Let all that water cook out, and it looks like rice. It's a little what am I? Oh. Where? Oh. And all I'm going to do, guys, with this is I'm going to halfen this serving up just like the package say, because it's 2 servings per package. And out of that sweet and sour chicken, guys, I thought I was going to get more servings than what I did, but according to a cup, because I put a cup, only use a cup. I was looking for my measurement. These bowls have measurements on them, and right here, that's the cup mark. I put in a cup and a half, so that's where they are. This is a cup and a half, so I'm going to use this on the bottom and then pour this on top of that, and that's how I'm going to eat that. But of course, you can split this into 2 servings. So I only got like 3. This is a cup. This is 1 cup. I actually ran low on that. This is a cup and a half. So you can split them up and make them more servings. I just put them in 3 bowls. So because I am going to pour this, which is already seasoned, and it's got that little it's got the sweet and sour sauce on it, I am not going to put no kind of season on these. I'm not going to season them at all. Like snow.
They look so nasty.
Sean, really?
I don't want to eat that. I would not eat that.
It ain't nothing but like little noodles. I like that sound. Nothing. I'm not seasoning this because my seasoning gonna come from this. I'm gonna put this on the bottom of the plate and then put that on top of it.
It looks like they're connected, like someone knew, like that looks like a string.
Don't put your hand in this stuff, boy.
It's like a string.
All right. So if you notice, no more water is in this. Lord have mercy.
Let's show that.
Yep. Don't have no taste to it at all. So the texture of it is like rice. It is like rice. The texture of it is like rice. The fishy odor is gone, so it don't have that odor anymore. And that's it. Now, if you want these to taste like something, whatever you season them with, that's how they're gonna taste. So if you want them to have a salt taste to it, what I would do is I would just put a little salt and pepper on it, or either cook it down with just put like a little bit of chicken stock in it and use the chicken stock to season it. But it depends on what you're using these for. Oh my God. So I'm calling myself trying to do this the easy way. So I'm just gonna use a spoon and just transfer these in my bowl. And y'all, that's it. Sean, you want to do the outro?
Yes, I would like to. Look here, Snowy, please. Thank you guys for joining this Jasmine W07 video. The Jasmine W07. This is a meal prep. Is that right?
Healthy, yes, healthy meal prep.
Healthy meal prep. Hope you guys enjoy it. Go subscribe to my channel.
I need to tell you this. If you meal prep is very healthy in weight loss because you already have your meals planned. You already know what you're going to eat. They're already ready, so you don't have like an excuse to say, oh, I don't have time, and you run out to the fast food restaurant and get something. Everything is already done for you that week. You think ahead, you plan ahead. So all my meals was planned in advance because I knew what I was going to. It saves money too because I knew what I was going to the store to get. I didn't veer off the list. It also saves you money, and then it saves you time because it took us like maybe like an hour or so to do everything. I have did 30-minute meal preps. It just depends on what you're going to cook. So it saves time, and I'm done for like 3 or 4 days, and then that's it. So I've noticed that since I have meal prepped, I have lost I could lose with exercise too, guys. I can lose up to like 3 pounds a week just by eating healthy and exercising. So meal prepping does work. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
So since she just said what she had to say, that is actually true. Don't ask how I know, just know it's true. And so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go subscribe to my channel, LA Austin, and my boy Latroy Nation's channel, because I know she's gonna watch this video. So, and also subscribe to this channel, and maybe you can live a healthy lifestyle. And we'll see you next time on another meal prep or whatever we're doing. And goodbye.